Hey, everyone, welcome to our podcast. My name is Bianca, and I'm so happy to have you here with us today.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jack, and I'm excited to be here too. Today, we're talking about something super interesting and very important new generation internets. And while we discuss this topic, you'll also get to practice your English with us.
That's right, Jack. The internet is such a big part of our lives now. We use it for everything: studying, working, shopping, watching movies, and even talking to friends and family. But have you ever thought about how it's changing and becoming faster and smarter?
Exactly, Bianca. In the past, the internet was just about sending emails or looking at websites. But now, with new technologies, the internet is doing so much more. Have you heard of terms like 5G, Web3, or smart devices?
Yes, I have. Let's start with 5G. It's the new generation of mobile internet, and it's super fast. With 5G, you can download a big movie in just a few seconds. Isn't that amazing?
It really is, and it's not just about speed. 5G also helps things like smart cars. You know, those cars that can drive themselves. They need a super fast internet connection to work safely.
That's a great example. And it's not just cars. Think about smart homes. With the internet, people can control their lights, air conditioning, and even their refrigerators using their phones. Have you ever tried that, Jack?
Actually, yes. At my friend's house, he can turn on the lights just by saying, "Turn on the lights." It's like living in the future. But Bianca, do you think this makes life easier or more complicated?
That's a good question. I think it depends. For some people, it's easier because they can save time. But for others, it might feel a bit confusing, especially if they're not used to technology. What do you think?
I agree. It's exciting, but it can be hard to keep up. Another thing we should talk about is Web3. Have you heard about it? It's like the next version of the internet.
Yes, Web3 is so interesting. It's about giving people more control over their online information. Right now, big companies own a lot of our data. But with Web3, people can have more privacy and control. Isn't that a big change?
It really is, and it's not just about privacy. Web3 also includes things like cryptocurrencies and NFTs. These are new ways of using money and owning digital items online. But don't worry if these terms sound strange. We'll explain more in this podcast.
That's right, Jack. These ideas might feel new or even a little confusing, but they're becoming a big part of the internet. It's like the internet is growing up and learning new things.
Exactly. And for our listeners, it's a great time to learn about these changes. The more you understand, the easier it will be to use these new tools. For example, do you know how some people use the internet to make money?
Oh, yes. Things like online jobs or selling things on websites. Some people even make money by creating videos or teaching online. The internet gives us so many opportunities.
Absolutely. And with new generation internets, these opportunities are growing. More people can connect, share ideas, and build businesses. It's like a big digital world where anything is possible.
That's a great way to describe it, Jack. And it's not just for adults. Kids and teenagers are also using the internet to learn, play, and create. It's becoming a part of everyone's life.
Yes, and that's why it's so important to understand these changes. The internet is not just a tool, it's a big part of our future. And the more we know, the better we can use it to help us in our lives.
Absolutely. And that's what makes this topic so exciting. There's so much to talk about, and we're just getting started.
All right, Bianca, let's dive deeper into how new generation internets are changing our daily lives. Have you noticed how the internet is making education more accessible?
Yes, Jack, that's a great point. With online courses, video lessons, and apps, people can learn anything from anywhere. Imagine someone living in a small village who wants to learn a new skill. Now they can do it with just a phone and an internet connection.
Exactly. And it's not just for students. Teachers can also use the internet to share their knowledge with a bigger audience. They can teach live classes, upload videos, or even write blogs. It's amazing how technology connects people.
Absolutely. And what about health? Did you know that with the internet, doctors can now talk to patients online? They call it telemedicine. People don't always have to visit a clinic. They can get advice or even prescriptions through a video call.
That's so helpful, especially for people who live far from hospitals. The internet really is changing how we take care of ourselves. But Bianca, with all these new technologies, do you think there are any challenges?
Definitely, Jack. One big challenge is security. As we use the internet more, we need to protect our personal information. Hackers and scams are real problems. People should be careful about what they share online.
That's true. And another challenge is access. Not everyone has a good internet connection. Some places still have slow or no internet. It's important to make sure everyone can use these new technologies.
I agree. The internet should be for everyone. And there's another thing we should think about: screen time. People, especially kids, spend a lot of time online. It's good to use the internet, but we also need to take breaks and enjoy the real world.
That's such a good point. Bianca, balance is key. The internet is a tool, but we shouldn't let it take over our lives. Instead, we should use it to make our lives better. Do you think the internet will keep changing in the future?
Oh, absolutely. Technology never stops growing. Who knows? Maybe in the future, we'll have internet in space or even faster connections than 5G. The possibilities are endless.
That's exciting to think about. And for our listeners, remember, the internet is a powerful tool. Learn how to use it well, stay safe, and explore the opportunities it brings.
So, Jack, we've talked about all these amazing things the new generation internets can do, but I think it's also important to remember how it connects people. Don't you think?
Absolutely, Bianca. The internet has brought people closer together. Families who live far apart can video call each other, and friends can chat anytime. It's amazing how the world feels smaller now because of these connections.
Yes, and it's not just about personal connections. People can also join online communities and meet others who share their interests. For example, if you love painting, you can join a group of painters from all over the world and share your work. Isn't that wonderful?
It really is. The internet gives everyone a chance to share their talents and learn from others. And speaking of sharing, I think it's also helping to spread knowledge. People can learn about different cultures, traditions, and ways of life. It's like traveling without leaving your home.
That's such a beautiful way to put it, Jack. The internet can be a bridge between people. But as we've said, it's important to use it wisely. Always double-check the information you find online and be kind to others, even in online spaces.
Exactly, Bianca. Kindness and respect are just as important online as they are in real life. And for all our listeners, remember, the internet is here to help you, not control you. Use it to learn, grow, and connect, but don't forget to take breaks and enjoy life offline too.
Well said, Jack. And I think this is a good place to wrap up our discussion. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We hope you learned something new about the internet and how it's changing our world.
Yes, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like this podcast, leave a comment, and share it with your friends and family. We'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas.
And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. We'll keep bringing you more interesting topics to help you learn English and explore the world.
Take care, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Bye for now.